Hey Jake Paul, this is going to be your reading. So what I feel right now is you are happy. You're happy right now. You feel good. You feel confident and positive about the way the direction of your life is going. There's a part of you that has some frustration and anger. I don't know if it's resentment, but it's just like general negative feelings, right? But you're allowing that to come to the surface and you're acknowledging it and you're exploring why you feel that way, and then you're allowing it to kind of release because now you understand yourself, you understand the situation, and you are finding out the best way for you to handle it. I think in some ways that didn't go as planned. Maybe it got a little too frustrating for you, but for the most part, you feel that you are headed in the right direction. And I'm seeing confirmation from your guardian angels that you are headed in the right direction. You're actually maturing and you are evolving and you are on a spiritual development where you're looking for more substance in people. You're looking for more substance in your life. You're looking at where and why am I here on earth? Like, what is my purpose here on earth? Because I feel like there's something more to this. I'm going to put the song that I was channeling before I started recording your video in the description below. Normally when I channel music, it's for the lyrics. There's something that pertains to you that is relevant to what I'm picking up on or something that has happened in your life. And it could also be either you listening to a song that sounds similar to it, or you listen to the song, you know, specifically that song. But I do feel like you are saying, you know, I want something more, and I want the people that I'm around to bring more value into my life and to have a bigger purpose. Like, normally I would go after people who, this isn't just relationships, these are friendships, business relationships, where it benefits you in a materialistic and shallow way, where you just like the way they looked or like the way they made you look or whatever was fun at the time, whatever was entertaining. And now you've matured and are maturing into a place of saying that having fun is not all I want to do. Yeah, I want to be able to have fun, but I that's not it. Just having someone that's beautiful or having someone that's, you know, going to make me look attractive, or, you know, just, I think you still live in LA, but basically like that LA lifestyle where it's about keeping up with appearances and who's who and who's seen with who and so on and so forth. And you appreciate that part of you and where you were because that's what you wanted at the time. But now something has shifted, something's happened, whether this is a shift in a relationship or just a general shift. I think it's everything, but I think there was something that happened that kind of really highlighted how much of a change you want and what you're looking for in a long-term partner and in just the people that are around you, where you realize, like, I really value the quality of a person more now than I ever valued anything else in my life. Before, I really only cared about these material things, these surface level things. And now I would, it's almost like you want to get away. It's like I would go live off in, you know, the prairie or like the fields, or that's what I'm seeing is like rolling hills. You know, I'm just seeing the hills and, you know, you having this like earthly, like down to earth, fulfilling family life and friend life. Like you really are craving to be around people who are intellectual and who challenge you mentally in a positive way and who connect you again spiritually, because you are being pushed towards your soul family. Now, when we talk about soul family, not we, me particular, when I talk about soul family, what that means to me, and when I've seen other people, they're like, oh, you're calling in your soul family. I'm like, what are you talking about? So to me specifically, what I feel are people's soul family, I don't know for sure, but what I've seen represented to me in my visions is when we were created as souls, we have through lifetimes, and when I say lifetimes, this does not mean just on earth, this means in other planes, earth planes, or dimensions that are nothing like earth or other ones similar to earth, and you incarnate over and over and over again on the process. Okay, this whole process is to return back to God, but through that you are around similar souls, and it would be like your true, in essence, your true family. Now, let's break it down into this lifetime. Let's come back into this lifetime. So the people that you are, the family that you're birthed into, the people that you're surrounded with, the people that you talk to, it's all a trickle down effect, right? So you have met people in this lifetime that could potentially be part of your soul family. And on top of that, when you leave this world, you have already imprinted your, basically like a soul's DNA, like a remembrance of the people that you have come into contact with in this lifetime. So that doesn't mean that they're part of your soul family necessarily, well, at all, but there is now this remembrance. And so let's say you meet someone that, okay, so come back into this lifetime. Let's say you meet someone and you just automatically click, and you seem like you've known them forever, and there's this weird feeling about it. There is a possibility that that person is part of your soul family, or there is a possibility that you've known each other in previous lifetimes. So what I'm seeing, Jake, is that you internally, your soul internally, your guardian angels, I see they're pulling you, not pulling you, but they're guiding you. It's this clear path for you. It's a clear path for you to find those members of your soul family, and for you to become more spiritual, and for you to become more in tune with why you're here and what you desire, and to feel like your life has more substance and the people around you have more substance. There's a reason why you did not feel pulled and feel called to do that up until now, not just because of naturally maturing as a man, but also you had to enjoy that part of your life. You had to enjoy that part where you're not so focused on spirituality or on your spiritual path, or all, like you needed time to relax. Like you need time to not be so serious. And that's not to say that the path that you're heading down is very serious necessarily, but it is more spiritual, and I would say more on the religious side of things. Like you're taking it from religion, like you're starting with like basic religion where it's like Christianity and things like that, which is a really wonderful path, and is what I truly encourage, because that is the foundation. All of this other stuff that people are doing, you know, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, it's really becoming part of a spiritual war that's currently going on. And it, you know, not to get too far off path of your reading, Jake, but that's essentially what's happening, and people are, you know, being misguided. That's what it is. It's being misguided. And so what I see for you is that you are taking a more intuitive path. You're following your intuition, you're following your heart, and you're following religion, and almost like finding God is what I'm hearing. It's like you're finding God again. And through that opens up opportunities and doors for you that you normally would not imagine for yourself. And you are going to meet people that really make you feel more fulfilled and more at ease. And even when it comes to parts of your past where I feel, the feeling I'm getting, I don't know if it's supposed to be shallow or it's like, it's light. That's what it's like. Very, it's a weird feeling. It's a very light feeling, where it's like it's just scratching the surface. You don't really want to go beneath it. You don't want to explore below it. And I don't even want to do that for you either, because I don't feel that's necessary. But it's like pulling your past where it's just surface level stuff and bringing it into the present and realizing, number one, realizing the big difference of the depths of your emotions and how different you are versus then in a multitude of ways. Again, it's not just an age thing. It's not just an opportunity thing. It's deeper than that. And also, it's like, what is that? I don't know. I had it and then it's vanished. So I'm just gonna go on, move on, because I can't remember what I was gonna say. All right, so it's like a reflection in the pond. I can't ignore this, even though I don't know how to properly bring this up in your reading. But I would say, see, gosh, and it's this loving embrace. What I see for you, Jake, is that there's a calling inside of you. Again, there's this pulling and this clear path for you to meet someone very significant in your life. And I do see that people are here to help you and to guide you in that direction. And through that, which I'm not going to say you need their help, but that they were put on earth, like this is part of the greater plan, right? So this was a pre-birth plan that the people that you would be meeting, spiritual people, or whether they even identify as spiritual or not, okay, spiritual, religious, all these people, like just significant people, are going to guide you on your path that leads you ultimately to this person that's going to be significant in your life. When I look at the cards, this tells me it's not a different story, but what it seems is the current story. The current story here is that the advice is that you need to look beyond the situation. You need to look beyond what is currently in front of you, because you feel like you're in a cycle. You feel like you are just going back and forth with who you currently are and who I described you are becoming. Because it's going to happen. I do truly feel that for you. as far as your free will goes, you know, this is in lifetimes in the making for you. And I feel like this is set up exactly the way it's supposed to. I feel like this is all through divine guidance. Everything that you've been to, everything that you're going to become, to the person you are now. And this is just the growing pains of it, where, you know, at one point you feel like, I am who I am, and this is just the way I want to be and who I am, even the way that I talk to people. And maybe this issue you have with not really listening to people in the way that they feel that they're being heard. Like, there are some communication issues there. While at the same time, you are listening to the parts of your intuition that are telling you to take some time out to really evaluate how you're feeling, how you're talking to people, what people are saying, and put an end to it. Put an end to this back and forth, and put an end to this feeling of wanting to control your life and every aspect and how people are. You know, it's like getting one over on another person. It's like falling back into someone's trap. It's like I'm saying someone, but this encompasses like whatever it means to you, whatever is going on with you, where if this is like people or a lifestyle or some habit, I do feel like it's a particular person, but because you're going back and forth with this person and because you're having issues with this person, then that sets you back into that mentality and that mindset, and it affects the rest of your life. Not to the capacity that it has in the past, but it still does. So it kind of slows your progress down. It slows you moving forward the way that you want to. It kind of, you know, it's like pebbles on your path that are getting stuck in your shoe. So it's uncomfortable and it slows you down and it's a little distracting, but you're still moving forward. And, you know, then you find out later on when you get to where your destination is that 2 weeks ago, you know, there was a fire or something, I don't know. And so had those pebbles not been in the way, you would have been there and you would have like been caught in the fire kind of thing. So it's supposed to happen, basically, is what I'm saying. So don't get too caught up with like feeling like, oh, well, you know, I need to stop partying so much, or I need to stop entertaining these people, or I need to get rid of these friendships because it's no longer serving me. Like, pay attention to the friendships that have been there for a very long time. And even if you feel like things aren't working out, or things are, I don't know, like you're evolving, I don't know, stuff like that, just evaluate those, evaluate it, and don't make any rash decisions right now with anything that you're doing. Okay, so that's the basic advice that I'm getting, is to really reconnect with yourself, and even with the reflection, and like find the reflection, like find your reflection and analyze it, and don't feel like this has to be an immediate thing or like a black and white thing, because it's not. It's a long, arduous process for you, and it's going to be very exciting and very fulfilling for you. I see it being very fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling, but an emphasis on the spiritual side. Like, you're going to be very full. It's like, honestly, the best description I can think is like when you meet those people who find God again, like they are now religious people, and they're just like so happy and wholesome and sweet, and like genuinely those kind of people. And that's really what I'm seeing for you, is that through this rapid change, okay, see, sorry. So for you, it's going to be It's going to be a process, okay? And slowly things are going to be removed from your life, and slowly things are going to be changing in your life. But there is a spiritual thing that's going to feel rapid. It's going to be a rapid change for you. I think once you finally tune in sharply to your intuition, more than you have, because there's a softer side of you that you still need to connect to, that you're either afraid to connect to it, or I would say it's not necessarily scared. It's just you're kind of wondering, well, when I do, what's going to happen? Like, what changes are going to happen if I really focus in on that, is kind of what I'm saying, if that makes sense to you. And so once you feel at ease, which this should not be a stressful process for you. This should be like, obviously, just like normal life. Some things are uncomfortable, but this should not feel forced for you. Like, don't do anything that you feel you should force yourself into doing. And so when this natural process occurs, when you finally acknowledge that softer side of you that you want to embrace, then there's going to be a rapid change, spiritual rapid change. And I think when I say spiritual specifically for you, I mean religious. It's going to be this religious feeling. That's what I'm getting. Okay. And I do see someone helping you here. I feel, what I feel is that there's several people, okay? I don't know if this is people that you're meeting or currently in your life. What I'm thinking is you're going to be meeting them. They aren't presently in your life right now, and some you might not actually even ever meet in person, but will have an impact on your life in a positive way. This is all positive, and it's not in like a way that would be like, well, it sucked, but I was better. It's like, it's all positive. But there's going to be a specific person. I want to say it's a male figure, but I could be wrong. But it could be older. It's a wiser person, is how it's represented to me. And they are going to have a direct positive impact on this whole journey for you. They're going to really guide you and nurture you. Like, I see them. I see them holding you in their arms. You know, it's almost like a baptism. You know, this regeneration and purifying of your soul. Not that it needs purifying, because I feel you protected. I don't feel, truthfully, I don't feel any darkness on you. I see surrounding you, trying to get at you, but you are protected. Just to be transparent with you, I do see that. And I don't see you acknowledging it. I don't see you being interested in it at all. I don't see that. I could be wrong, obviously, and I, you know, but I that's not what I see. And what I see very clearly, that I know I'm entertainment purposes, but that I'm accurate on, is this, what I've been saying, this religious thing. It's really like tuning into your body, and it's this resurgence. Even with this, it's a resurgence of your passion, like your true passion, like what really, really, really makes you feel passionate in your life, where you just feel like it's like a fire inside of you, and you just discovering the inner workings of your body, like everything inside of you, and that pushes you that pushes you to becoming better in all aspects of your life. And it's like the road is so clear for you. So it's like once you follow that, which you are already doing, but there's going to be like this light bulb moment, like a switch in you where everything just starts falling in line even better than it has been. And it's like once that happens, it's like you saying, like, I know who I am, I know what I want, I know where I'm going, and you know, I just see everything differently now. I see everything differently. I see the world differently. I see people differently. And, you know, there is no stopping me because I know exactly what I'm after. I know exactly what I'm looking for. With people, with relationships, with life in general. And I'm enlightened. I'm able to see things a lot differently than I had before. Like, I'm just not the same person that I was. I'm just going to bring this up and then I'll end the reading here. I'm being drawn to this and being highlighted. I don't know if you have a drinking problem or someone in your life does or has at one point, because the way that this is represented to me is this saying, like, to put the drink down. Like, put the drink down, like, feel more empowered, like, self-empowered. But that's what I'm getting there. I wasn't going to say anything because I don't know, I just kind of a strange message that is coming through. So, I don't know. And the last one we have is to ask your soul. All right, so it's really this inward revolution. It's starting in you. What is it that you are in search of? What is it that you are looking for in life? What is it that you've been working towards? What is it that you want? Just keep looking inward, keep meditating, keep searching for those answers, keep questioning, because that's bringing you even closer and even more in alignment with everything that I said that's going to happen for you. So it's really just about asking those hard-hitting questions to yourself and for yourself, and not giving up until you feel satisfied with the answer, because you will get those answers, and you will be connected. I'm telling you, you're going to be connected with some really significant people in your life. I do feel like one of them is a female. I do feel that, you know, and you don't need tarot and all this stuff, you know, like you are the oracle. You are the oracle. You are the connection to the spiritual world and to God. Well, the guardian angels and onwards. So that's going to be my reading for you. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.